Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
I'm ready. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hart County High School for this afternoon's championship game between the Barren County Trojans and the Glasgow Scotties. Both teams are coming out on the field for the opening kickoff. Glasgow has won the toss they have elected to receive. These teams come into this game, both of them having to win 2 games to get to the championship. Barren County is the defending champion of the Toy Bowl, so they'll be looking to repeat from last year's championship. Glasgow hoping up in the Scotties to capture the crown. We have some new numbers and jerseys for Glasgow, so bear with us. We'll have to learn the new numbers if they've gone into their blue jerseys this afternoon since both teams have been wearing white. It's a short onside kick recovered by the Scotties at about the 48-yard line as Barren County tries the onside kick. And so Glasgow will take over first down and 10. The ball spotted at the Trojan 48. In the backfield for the Scotties, you'll have Daniel Depp along with Jamie Rails. Quarterback will be Casey Calhoun. Calhoun calling the signals for the Scotties. He keeps it up the middle. He gets up about a yard. Number 34, Nick Pace, comes in to make the hit for the Trojans. Gain of about 2 on the play. Second down 8 with 7:25 to go here in the first quarter of play. Glasgow on their way to the championship. Defeated Caverna and Hart County to get here. Calhoun, he hands off to Jesse Barton. Barton breaks one tackle, he's still on his feet. He breaks another tackle, he's around the end. And he's driven out of bounds, and there is flags on the play. We're waiting for the official signal. Evidently it's against the Scotties. We're waiting for the indication. Evidently it was an inadvertent whistle. There's no change. It's second down. Handoff goes again to Barton off left tackle. As there's a loose ball and the Trojans have recovered. So on the second play by the Scotties, they cough up the ball, turn it over to the Trojans. So Barren County will take over first down and 10. The ball will be spotted out at their own 42-yard line. Set the defense for you for the Scotties. You'll have Corey Alexander and David Franklin at the ends. Gary Payne, Jamie Brown, and Adrian Shirley in the middle. Handoff goes up the middle. That's number 32, Brian Clemens on the carry. Clemens gains about 4 on the play. So Barren County, a team that you see sweep to the outside a whole lot, takes the first play right at the heart of that big front line of the Scotties. Second down 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Once again, they go to Brian Clemens as he goes off right tackle. Jamie Brown along with Gary Payne out to make the hit. A gain of about 2 on the play, make it third down and 2 for the Trojans. We've got an official timeout on the field. The other defensive people for the Scotties is Daniel Depp at a middle linebacker. You have Casey Calhoun along with Matt Kingery at the safeties. Excuse me, that's Jamie Rails and Matt Kingery at the safeties. Calhoun is at a linebacker position.
Who's number 8 on your team? Yeah, that's number 8.
We're getting some explanation to both benches of the reason of the official timeout. We don't get an indication up to the press box, so we'll just have to continue to wonder what they're explaining to the coaches at this point. But it is an official timeout on the field. I'd like to take this opportunity while we have a timeout that the Glasgow Scotties will be hosting the Monroe County Little League this Tuesday night at Scotty Field. We'd like to see you out if possible. If not, be with us on our broadcast. Thomas, the quarterback, hands off to number 33. That's Spencer Clemens as he gets out on the left side. He gets across the Scotty 45-yard line where Daniel Depp makes the hit. That's enough for the first down for the Trojans, their first of the evening. There's a flag on the play. I think that's an inadvertent flag. So the Trojans have their first down of the evening. They're inside of Scotty territory. Handoff goes up the middle as the Trojans lined up in an I formation that time. Number 21, Matt Kingery, in there with Gary Payne to make the hit on Clemens. Pickup of about 3 on the play. So the Trojans going right at the heart of this big front line again. Trying to maybe set up that big sweep. Pitch out to Spencer Clemens on the right. He's being pursued by Franklin. Franklin gets him, drives him out of bounds on the far side of the field. No, excuse me, that's David Franklin. We have 2 71s, but I believe that 71 was David Franklin. Like I say, Glasgow had to dig back in the old bag and come up with some new jerseys today. Both teams have been wearing white, and Glasgow went to a light blue jersey. So we have a couple of players that has repeating numbers, so we'll just bear with us. If we call the wrong player in the right number, we apologize. But Glasgow went to the light blue jerseys so that it would make it easier to distinguish between the two teams. We've got an official timeout on the field. 4:31 to play, no score here at Raider Field between the Barren County Little League All-Stars and the Glasgow Little League All-Stars. Assumes 3rd and about 2 for the Trojans as they come to the line. Brian Clemens has moved into the quarterback positions. He tries to sweep the left side. He's going nowhere. That's number 77 for the Scotties. That's Adrian Shirley. Throws Clemens for a loss, about a 3-yard loss, so that brings up a 4th down. The ball is spotted at about the 42-yard line of the Scotties. So 4th and about 5. Big play here for both teams early in the first quarter of action. That's Thomas. He pitches back to Spencer Clemens. He sweeps the left side. He's close to a first down as he's driven out of bounds by Daniel Depp. And the officials indicate that is a first down. So the Scotties pick up their second first down. So that was a good play as they sweep the outside. Picking up a first down. The ball is spotted at the Scotty 31-yard line. We're down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds here to play in the first quarter. Still no score, but Barren on a good drive. Thomas. Hands off left tackle. That's Clemens. Brian Clemens on the carry. Number 55, Jamie Brown and Daniel Depp stop Clemens. Clemens gains about 6 on that play. Thomas hands off to Spencer Clemens. He goes off tackle right. Number 71, Ricky Slayton, makes a hit on Clemens. That'll bring up third and a long 2, almost 3 yards. Clock running with 2:50 to play here in the first quarter. Barren took the ball at about their own 48-yard line and made 2 first down and continued to drive. Brian Clemens is hit at the line of scrimmage by number 77, Adrian Shirley. So that's 2 big tackles by Adrian Shirley. That young man really plays a good brand of football, and believe me, he'll stick if he gets the opportunity. Fine young man. I've had the opportunity to coach him last year in basketball. He's a good young man, and I think a lot of him. Playing good football here today. Pitch back to Spencer Clemens. He tries to sweep the left side as number 72, Corey Alexander, makes the hit. That stops the Trojan attack. They give it up on down. So Glasgow will take over. The ball is spotted at about their own 28-yard line with 2 minutes and 10 seconds here in the first quarter play. So we saw the Trojans take over on a fumble by the Scotties, pick up 2 first downs, but Glasgow holds tight on that third series and gets the ball back. Calhoun hands off up the middle. Let's see who that was running the ball for the Scotties. That's number 42, Jesse Barton. Barton picks up about 5 on the play. Both teams just going right at the heart of one another's defense here early in the first quarter. We haven't seen a real big play by either team to make that big sweep. Calhoun calls the signals. Looks like that the Trojans were offsides. Let's wait and see. Offsides indicated against the Trojans. That'll be close enough for a first down. So the Trojans picking up the first penalty of the afternoon, a 5-yard penalty. That spot is enough for a first down. So Glasgow picks up the first down 10 for the Scotties. The ball at about their 38-yard line. Minute 24 to play here at Raider Field. Calhoun calls the signals. He picks back the depth. He tries to sweep for the right side. He's on his feet. He avoids 1 tackle. He's driven out of bounds on the near side as number 71 and 83 of the Trojans, respectively 71 is Michael Houston and number 83 is Tracy Smith. That stops the clock with a minute 10. Pickup of about 4 on the play by depth. The second down and 6. Scotty's still in their own territory. Calhoun hands off to Barton. He's met pretty hard and he coughs up the ball again, but Glasgow does recover. So Jesse Barton, he gets some good yardage, but he's having a hard time finding the handle on that football this afternoon. It's a cold afternoon. Temperatures low 40s or high 30s. Not a lot of difference in either one. It's been an overcast day. Some people call this good football weather. I'm not sure if they know what they're talking about or not, but we've got a good football game here today. Calhoun on a misdirection play by the Scotties goes to Jesse Barton. Barton goes down on 1 knee. A loss of a yard on the play, so that brings up 4th down and 6 for the Scotties. We'll see if the Scotties elect to punt or if they're going to go for it. Scotties break the huddle. They're going to go for it on 4th and 6. Calhoun, he hands off to Barton, goes off right tackle. There's a whistle sounding the end of the 4th quarter, and Barton's well shy of the first down. He gets up to about his own 45-yard line. So the Trojans hold after the Scotties pick up a first down. So after 1 quarter of play, our score is Glasgow 0, Barren County 0. Second quarter actions to get underway as Barren County will take over first down and 10. They're in Scotty territory at the Scotty 45. No score to first period, both teams having the ball for a couple of offensive possessions. Barren had a couple of first downs, Glasgow won. These teams playing pretty even at this point. Thomas, the quarterback, hands off to Spencer Clemens. He's got no place to go as number 72, that's Corey Alexander, along with Jesse Barton, throw Clemens for a loss. That's about they spot the ball back at about to about the 49-yard line in Trojan territory, so that's about a 6-yard loss. Thomas, the quarterback, he calls the signals. He pitches back. That's Spencer Clemens sweeping to the right. He cuts in, avoids the tackle. That looked like David Franklin, along with teammate Daniel Depp, that makes the hit. So there's no gain on the play. That brings up a 3rd and 16 for the Trojans, as the Glasgow defense seems to be gearing up and fired up right now. As Barren has been trying to get to the outsides, they've been containing them real well. Trojans in an I formation. They drop back to pass. There's a loose ball on the field. Let's see, it's still loose. Corey Alexander was in there to cause that big loose ball. Barren County recovers the fumble. It goes back to the Barren County at about their 38-yard line. So that'll bring up a 4th down situation, about a 4th, let's see, 10, 20, about 32 yards, 4th and 32, so some good defense as they elect to go for it. Brian Clemens goes off left tackle. That's Ricky Slayton in there who made the original stop for the Scotties. So a good defensive series for the Scotties at times as they throw the Trojans for a loss. So Glasgow will take over first down and 10. Let's see where the official spots the ball. They spotted up at about the 43-yard line in Trojan territory. We're down to 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Still no score as the Scotties come to the line, first down and 10. Glasgow lines up in a wishbone formation. We've got a timeout on the field called by Barren County, so with 5:57 to play here in the second quarter, our score is Glasgow 0, Barren County 0. And as Barren County called their first timeout, Glasgow has the ball, first down and 10. Calhoun hands off to Daniel Depp. He's trying to get to the outside. He's got no place to go as he's met by a host of Trojan tacklers. No gain on the play. Bring it second down and 10 for the Scotties. Daniel Depp, a young man that has a lot of speed, but I don't care how much speed that you have. If you don't get your offensive line to block for you, you're not going to go anywhere, and that was the case that time. Calhoun, he hands off to Barton. Barton goes off right tackle, breaks up the middle. He's tackled by number 32, Brian Clemens. Barton picks up about a 5-yard gainer on that play. So it'll make it 3rd and 5 for the Scotties. Ball across the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. Once again, they go to Barton. He slips one tackle. And Brian Clemens, again, in there to make the hit. He gets some help from teammate Wade Browning. Barton gains about 2 on the play, 3 yards on the play, make it 4th and a long 2 for the Scotties. This could be a big down for both teams as Glasgow is about the 36-yard line of Barren County. Calhoun takes the ball, and he's going to be awfully close. Let's wait and see. It'll take a good spot, I believe, for Glasgow to pick up the first down. Let's wait and see. They've got an official timeout. They're going to bring the chains out. From this angle, it looks a little short, but you can be fooled from where your position is in the press box to the field. Oh, it's awfully close, but they're short by just by an inch or less. So Glasgow will give it up on downs. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Trojans. They'll take over at their own 34-yard line with 4 minutes and 33 seconds here to play in the second quarter of action. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Barren County come out passing this time. We haven't seen a pass from either team. Thomas, the quarterback, pitches back to Spencer Clemens. He sweeps the left side. He's brought down from behind by number 35, Jamie Rails. He's the safety for the Scotties. He catches him from behind. No gain on the play. Bring up second down and 10 for the Trojans. This game at this point is being everything that it was being built up to be. A battle for both teams. Neither team letting the other have much advantage. There's a snap. Clemens, Brian Clemens, the keeper. Clemens gets nowhere. Ricky Slayton, Corey Alexander, Adrian Shirley, Gary Payne, they all converge in on Clemens. Bo Clemens he did gain a yard on the play, so it'll be a third down and 9. Brian Clemens, quarterback keeper, he tries to go to the right as Ricky Slayton, along with teammate Jamie Brown in there to make the stop. So that brings up fourth down for the Trojans. A gain of about 2 on the play. Make it 4th and 7 with exactly 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Barren County continues to switch quarterbacks. This time it is Clemens still at the quarterback position. You see him sweep a lot when he takes the ball. He takes it and goes off left tackle. The Scotties have held. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, so Glasgow takes over. First down and 10. The ball will be spotted at about the 38-yard line of the Trojans. We've got a timeout on the field. With timeout called by the Scotties, 2:42 remaining, still no score. The Scotties have it first down and 10 in Trojan territory. Ball is given to Jesse Barton as he goes off right tackle. Good run that time by Barton. He's met by number 71 of the Trojans, Michael Houchins. Gain of 2 on the play. Second down 8 with 2:25 remaining. Calhoun loses the ball. He pulls away a little bit quick from the snap. He recovers. That'll make it third down for the Scotties. It'll be a third down and 8 when they come to the line. Still no score, exactly 2 minutes to play. I'm sure Glasgow was hoping to pick up a first down, maybe even score here for the half. This time the ball goes off to Jamie Rails as he goes left tackle. Rails got up to about the 35 where he's met by Brian Clemens. That'll be about a 2-yard gain. So that'll be fourth down and about 5 for the Scotties with 1:35 to play. So the Scotties going to go for the first down, see if they can control the ball here to end the half. Calhoun on the signals. He fakes up the middle. He gives it to Rails on the outside. I believe he's got the first down as he's across the 25 and driven out of bounds on the near side. So the Scotties pick up the first down, their second of the afternoon. That equals the first downs by both teams. So Glasgow will have a first down and 10. They spot the ball at the Trojan 24-yard line. Glasgow comes to line first down and 10 at the Trojan 24 with 1:17 here in the second quarter. They go in a single wing formation. They snap the ball back to Daniel Depp. He sweeps to right side. He's got a couple of tacklers on him. That's Jonathan Thomas and Spencer Clemens, who makes the tackles. Gain of about 2 on the play. Be second down and 8. Timeout on the field. Timeout called by the Scotties with exactly 1 minute to play. Our score still stands, Barren County 0, Glasgow 0. Play resumes. Glasgow calls the timeout with exactly 1 minute to play. They come to the line facing a 2nd and 8 situation here in the second quarter. Calhoun calls the signals. He pitches back to Depp. Depp looking to pass. He's downfield, got a receiver. It's picked off by the Trojans. That's number 40 for the Trojans, Wade Browning, as he comes up the right side. As Daniel Depp makes a hit at about the 22-yard line. So we see the Scotties go to the air for the first time this afternoon, and it's picked off by number 40, Wade Browning of the Trojans. So the Trojans take over on their own 22-yard line with 43 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Brian Clemens on the quarterback keeper. He sweeps the left side. He avoids one tackle. He's still on his feet. He's caught from behind. Looks like Adrian Shirley makes the tackle on Clemens. Clemens gains about 8 on the play. And quickly, Barren County calls the timeout. So with 24 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, Barren County calls the timeout. They'll come back facing a 2nd and 2 situation. Play resumes. Barren County calls timeout. They come to line facing the 2nd and 2 with 24 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Snap. Brian Clemens passes the ball out. A long pass. And we've got a flag on the field. The intended receiver was Spencer Clemens. And I believe they're going to call pass interference on the Scotties. I'm not for sure that that's a good flag. It looked like that both teams were going after the ball, but nonetheless, it looks like they're going to have a pass interference as they're talking to the Trojan captain. That's Brian Clemens. It'll be enough for the first down. He's explaining the options to Clemens. First down for the Trojans. That'll bring the ball up. Let's see where they spot the ball. Ball will be spotted at about the, it'll be spotted on the 45-yard line, still in Trojan territory. That's enough for the first down. It'll be first down and 10. That's their third first down. Clemens keeps the ball, rolls to his right, picks up a block. He's brought down by David Poppy Franklin from behind. It's a good defense by the Scotties, and quickly the Trojans call timeout. So with 8 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, the score is still at deadlock, 0-0. Trojans come to the line. They're facing a 2nd and 12 situation with 8 seconds remaining. Clemens, no, that's Thomas that throws the ball out. And it's almost picked off by Daniel Depp. So it's an incomplete pass. That stops the clock with only 3 seconds to play. So once again, the Trojans going to the air. Thomas, the quarterback, still. He takes a snap. He's being pursued. Oh, he's met by a host of Scotties as the half comes to a close. So after 1 half of play here at Hart County High School Raider Field, we're at a deadlock. The Barren County Trojan Little Leaguers 0, the Glasgow Little League Scotties 0. We'll be right back. You ready? We're getting ready to start the third quarter in the championship game of the Toy Bowl. Both teams are out on the field getting ready for the kickoff. Just to give you some of the stats that we have from the first half. Barren County picked up 3 first downs. Glasgow had 2. The Trojans had 1 penalty for 5 yards. The Scotties had 1 penalty for 10 yards. The Scotties lost 1 fumble and had 1 interception. So neither team really at a loss or an advantage in the first half as we saw some good football. Glasgow will have to kick off to start the second half as they received a kickoff to start the ball game. So both teams are on the field. The officials are checking to see they have the right numbers on the field. We're waiting for their signal to get this ball game started here in the second half. There's the signal. Corey Alexander's kick goes down to about the 32, where it's picked up by Spencer Clemens. He's met by David Franklin as Clemens gets up to about his own 33. So the Trojans take over, first down and 10. Ball spotted at their own 33-yard line. Trojans have Brian Clemens at the quarterback spot. Clemens takes it, rolls to his right. He's met at the line of scrimmage by the Scotties. That's number 71, Ricky Slayton, in there to make the hit. He gets some help from teammate Gary Payne. They do spot a 1-yard gain for the Trojans. So it'll be second down and 9. So we're seeing the second half start quite similar to what the first half was. Going right at this big front line of Glasgow, and Glasgow meeting the challenge on defense. Clemens, he rolls to his left. He stopped dead in his tracks as there's a loose ball on the field, and they're indicating that the ball was dead on contact as he's met by a host of Scotty tacklers. So there's no gain on the play, and that'll bring up third down for the Trojans. Looked like a loose ball from here. It was hard to tell. There's several blue and white jerseys in there, but it didn't look like that he had gone down. It was stripped from him. But nonetheless, the officials say it's Trojan ball. Be third down and 9. Clemens, no, that's Thomas, pitches back to Spencer Clemens. He breaks one tackle. He's met on the near side by Jamie Rails of Glasgow. As Clemens goes out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. That'll bring up a fourth down for the Trojans. Let's call it fourth down and 6. Trojans break the huddle. They come to the line. We have 5:58 to play here in the third quarter. Trojans line up in an I formation. Thomas pitches back to Spencer Clemens. He throws. He's got a receiver wide open. As the ball is short, the intended receiver, let's see, that's number 12, Robbie Wells of the Trojans. And he was all alone back there, but the pass just didn't make it. So the Scotties will take over on downs. Ball will be in Trojan territory. It'll be at the Trojan 38-yard line. Glasgow takes over first down and 10. Glasgow lines up the backs in an I formation. Calhoun calls the signals. They hand off up the middle. That's number 42, Jesse Barton, on the carry. Barton just barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Actually a yard loss as they spot the ball back. So that'll bring up second down and 11 for the Scotties. Somebody missed a blocking assignment on that left side of the offensive line that time, as the Trojans reach out and greet Mr. Barton quickly. This time it goes off to Daniel Depp on right tackle, as Depp gets across the 35-yard line of the Trojans down to about their 34, as he picks up about, let's call it a 5-yard gain, so it'll make it third down and about 6 for the Scotties. Calhoun takes a snap. He gives it to Barton. He goes up the middle. Number 44, Jonathan Thomas, makes the original hit to slow Barton up. He gets some help from some of his other teammates. That brings up fourth and a long 3 for the Scotties. So this could be a real big play for both teams here early in the third quarter, If Glasgow can get the first down, they'd be down to about the 27, maybe 28-yard line in excellent field position. The ball goes to Daniel Depp. He's off right tackle. He's met up as he crosses the 30. He's met by several of the Trojan tacklers. Number 65 and number 87 and 83. Tracy Smith, Jeremy Pettigo. They see where they spot the ball. It's awfully close. Glasgow missed a real close first down in the first half. And I believe we're looking at a similar situation here in the third quarter. They bring a change out. They stretch her out. Glasgow has the first down. So Glasgow takes possession, keeps possession of the ball here in the third quarter with 4:08 to play. They spot the ball at about the 28-yard line of Barren County. So that was a big play for both teams as the Scotties continue to play in Trojan territory. Calhoun on the signals. He hands off to Barton. He goes up the middle. And he's met at the line of scrimmage by number 65 of the Trojans, Byron Pennycuff. We do have some flags on the field. It looks like preliminary indications that it is against Barren County as they talk to the captains of Glasgow. Let's wait and see. It is against Barren County. 5-yard penalty against the Trojans. Evidently it was offsides. So that'll make it first down and 5 for the Scotties. Ball goes to Daniel Depp. He goes off right tackle up the middle. He's down across the 10-yard line. That's enough for the first down. So Daniel Depp goes off right tackle for the Scotties. Then cuts back to the middle. We've got a timeout called by the Trojans. So with 3:34 remaining in the third quarter, our score is Glasgow 0, Trojans 0, and we'll be right back. Both teams are ready for action as the Barren County Trojans call timeout, as Glasgow has first and goal to goal at the Trojan 8-yard line with 3:34 remaining here in the third quarter of action. Calhoun calls the signals. He gives the Depp off right tackle. He's on his feet. He's down to the 5, one man to beat. Touchdown, Daniel Depp for the Scotties. Puts the Scotties on the scoreboard with 3:28 to play here in the third quarter. So Glasgow draws first blood, puts the Scotties up 6-0 as both teams will be lining up for the point after attempt. So this is a big play for the Scotties as David Franklin will be kicking the point after attempt. There's the snap. They hold the ball. The kick is short and to the left, so Glasgow's point after attempt fails. But with 3:28 remaining in the the third quarter of action, Glasgow on top of Barren County by a score of 6-0. Both teams are lining up for the kickoff. Let's see who's kicking for the Scotties. I believe that is Corey Alexander. He'll be kicking off for the Scotties. A short kick up to the 40. That's number 20 of the Trojans receiving the kick. Jeremy Zulz. Zulz goes off to the right side. He's driven out of bounds on the far side, so Barren County will take over first down and 10. The officials were going to spot the ball at about the 48-yard line of Barren County. Barren County comes to the line, first down and 10 with 3:08 to play here in the third quarter. Brian Clemens on the keeper. He goes to his left. He's being strung out to the near side, and number 35 of the Scotties, Jamie Rails, brings him down from behind. They spot about a yard gain for the Trojans. Make it second down and 9. So the Scotties continue to play some excellent defense as they've kept Barren County backed up in their portion of field for the majority of this game. Brian Clemens at the quarterback spot. He's back to pass. He's got a man downfield. They've got a man going downfield. That's Spencer Clemens. Touchdown, Trojans. So quickly the Trojans strike back as they go to the air, tie this ball game up at 6-all with 2:19 to play. So a nice pass by Brian Clemens to Spencer Clemens. So about a 51-yard touchdown pass for the Trojans. So this is a big, important point after attempt. Brian Clemens to kick. Ball is up. It's good. So with 2:19 remaining in the third quarter, we've got a new ball game as the Trojans go out on top 8-6 over the Scotties, and we'll be right back. Barren County getting ready to kick off. Brian Clemens will kick for the Trojans as Daniel Depp is the deep back for the Scotties. Barren County has just gone on top by a score of 8-6 as they try once again a short kick. It's recovered by David Franklin of the Scotties. He downs the ball at the Scotty 49-yard line where the Scotties will take over first down and 10 with 2:15 remaining in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, it is the third quarter to play. Glasgow scored here in the third quarter to go up on top of 6-0. Then Barren County struck back right after the kickoff to go ahead 8-6. Daniel Depp off right tackle for the Scotties. Depp gains about, let's call it a 4-yard gain for Depp. Make it second down and 6. We've seen the Scotties go more to Depp this second half as this young man is very talented. He's a strong runner, has great speed. Second down, 6 for the Scotties. Calhoun calls the signals. He gives the ball up the middle to Jesse Barton. Barton is stopped by Byron Pennycuff, along with teammate Nick Pace of the Trojans. No gain on the play. That brings up 3rd and 6 for the Scotties with 1:11 to play here in the third quarter. Calhoun checks his backs. They're in an I formation. He hands off to Daniel Depp. He goes off right tackle. He gets across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line, where it'll bring up a 4th and 3 situation for the Scotties. Last time the Scotties faced this situation, they picked up the first down by a mere couple of inches. So Glasgow once again hoping that third down pays off for them. Calhoun brings them to the line. There's the snap. He hands off to Barton off right tackle. It's going to be awfully close as Barton gets near the 40-yard line. First down indicated, so the Scotties pick up another first down. That's 3 in this half. So Glasgow has the ball. First down and 10 at the Trojan 40-yard line. 13 seconds on the clock, a time to get off one more play. So Glasgow's going to have to hustle. They come to the line, the clock running at 5 seconds. Calhoun takes a snap. He hands off to Jamie Rails. He tries to go to his left, and he's upended by number 83, Tracy Smith. And Rails is thrown for about a 3-yard loss. And the third quarter of play comes to an end. And after 3 quarters of play, our score is Barren County 8, Glasgow 6. And here in the Toy Bowl of 92 here at Hart County High School Raider Field, as we start the fourth quarter, Barren County is leading the ball game by a score of 8-6 over the Scotties. Scotties come to line facing a 2nd and 12 situation. Calhoun gives the ball to Jesse Barton off left tackle. Number 40, Wade Browning of the Trojans makes the hit on Barton. Gain of about 1 on the play. That'll be a 3rd and 11 situation for the Scotties, as Barren County's defense is stepping up to meet the challenge. Glasgow lines up in an I formation. They give the ball to Daniel Depp. He goes off right tackle. He's across the 40. He's met by a host of Trojan tacklers. That brings up a 4th down for the Scotties. They gain about 3 on the play. So it'll be 4th and a long 8 with 7:08 to play here in the 4th and final quarter. Glasgow takes a long huddle. They come to the line, facing a 4th and long 8 situation. Calhoun gives the rails, pitches back to Depp. Depp tries to sweep the left side, and he's met by several of the Trojan defensive front. The first man I've seen for the Trojans was Tracy Smith, so Glasgow will have to give up the ball as Glasgow tries a little flea flicker type offense. It fools no one, so Barren County takes over 1st down and 10. The ball will be spotted, let's see, they spot the ball shy of the 45, about the 44-yard line of the Trojans. So Glasgow is going to have to step up and meet the challenge here on defense. They can't afford for Barren County to pick up a 1st down, as the clock is probably their own worst enemy. There's still plenty of time, but we're at 6:39. They trail by 2 points to the Trojans. If they give the ball up, or excuse me, if they give up a 1st down, that almost means that Barren County could probably wind this clock down to 3 minutes or less. So it's very important that the Scotties dig in and claim their stake for this football. Brian Clemens, the quarterback for the Trojans. We've got a whistle on the field. The officials are all converging in the backfield of Barren County to discuss some situation. I'm not for sure what it is. We get no indication, no explanation to either sideline. Well, the clock starts. Barren County 1st down and 10. Clemens on a keeper up the middle. He's wide open. He's brought from behind by Daniel Depp of the Scotties, as Clemens gets down across the 35 down to about the 34-yard line of Glasgow. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans with 6:24 here in the 4th quarter. Not only did the Scotties give up the thing they couldn't afford, they give up also yardage, as now as Barren County is deep into Scotty territory. Clemens on the keepers. He rolls right. We have flags on the field. Ricky Slayton along with Corey Alexander makes the hit on Clemens. And the yellow flags are flying all over the field. We got 4 officials and 4 flags. Somebody evidently did something pretty nasty out there to get that many flags. So we'll wait for the indication from the officials. Evidently it's against Barren County as they talk to the captains of Glasgow. Gary Payne out there listening to the officials. The officials explain the options to them. There's 6:04 to play. We've got timeout on the field called by the Trojans. We'll stay right here with you. We're trying to find out what the penalties is all about. Illegal motion. So that'll back the Trojans up 5 yards. Bring the ball back to the 40-yard line of Glasgow. So it'll be 1st and 15 when play resumes. Glasgow trailing this ball game by a score 8-6. The Trojans have called a timeout. And we'll stay right here with you. We're in the championship game of the 1992 Toy Bowl being held at Hart County High School, Raider Field. Barren County is the defending champions of this tournament. Last year, Glasgow and Barren County met the first game of the tournament. Barren County was victorious in that game, and they went on to capture the crown a year ago at Glasgow High School, as Glasgow was the host school for the tournament. 1st and 15 as play resumes for the Trojans. Brian Clemens will be calling the signals. He goes up the middle. Gary Payne grabs a hold of him and says, you're going nowhere. He brings Clemens down. He gains about a yard on the play. So that'll make it 2nd and 14 for the Trojans. Clock still running. We're down to 5:48 to play. And that's a big factor for the Scotties as they need to get the football with as much time remaining as possible as Barren County is deep into Scotty territory. Clemens, he checks his backs, he calls the signals, he keeps the ball, he runs to his right. He's being pursued by several of the Scotties. Ricky Slayton is the first man to converge on Clemens. Clemens gets up to about the 33-yard line of Glasgow. That gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock running, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play. That'll bring up a 3rd down. So Glasgow's got to dig in. They got to find some way to stop the Trojans and get the football back. Good block that time up front by the Trojans as Clemens tries to go to his left. He's met by a whole host of Scotty tacklers. Clemens picks up about 3 on the play. That'll bring up a 4th and 7. Ball is spotted about the 31-yard line of Glasgow. So Glasgow looking to make a big defensive play and get the ball back. They should be somewhere around 4 minutes to play when Glasgow gets the ball back if they hold the Trojans on 4th down. Thomas, the quarterback, he pitches back to Spencer Clemens. He sweeps the left side. He's up close near to a 1st down as he goes out of bounds. They see where the officials spot the ball. I believe he's going to be short. So Glasgow holds, takes over 1st down and 10. The ball will be at the Scotty 28-yard line with 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. So Glasgow has their work cut out for them. They trail the Trojans by a score of 8-6 with only 4:09 to play here, the 4th and final quarter of action in the 1992 Toy Bowl here at Hart County High School, Raider Field. Scotties line up in an I formation. They give to Daniel Depp off a right tackle. He's stopped as he tries to get around the right side. He's met by a host of Trojan tacklers. Depp gets back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Scotties. So I'm sure the Trojans are going to be keying on Daniel Depp as they know that Depp is a speedster, and Glasgow's going to try to get the ball in his hands if possible. Calhoun calls the signals. He hands off the rails. He goes off right side. He's got a good block. He's up to the 30, the 35, the 40, up to the 45 and driven out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So a good run for Jamie Rails as Glasgow picks up the 1st down with 3:10 to play here in the 4th quarter. Rails is driven out of bounds after he picks up a 1st down. They spot the ball at the Scotty 46-yard line. He got a good block on this side by Daniel Depp, the halfback, that allowed Rails to scamper for about 10 extra yards. Ball once again goes to Rails. He's got a block on the outside. He's up to the 45. He's driven out of bounds as he crosses midfield at about the 46-yard line of the Trojans. That stops the clock with 2:50 to play. Let's see where the official spots the ball. They spotted it at about the 44-yard line of the Trojans. 1st down and 10 as Rails has picked up 2 1st downs back-to-back. That's 5 1st downs for the Scotties this half. But yet they trail the Trojans by a score of 8-6. Once again, we have an I formation. They hand off to Jesse Barton off right tackle. Barton gains about 6 on the play as that Scotty front line is now beginning to open up some holes. That'll be a 2nd and 4 for the Scotties. We're down to 2:30 to play here in the fourth and final quarter. Glasgow has got to go yet about 37 yards for a touchdown. Ball goes to Depp. He's off the right side. He gets a block as he's brought down from behind by the Trojans. I can't get a number on that Trojan tackler, but nonetheless, they stop Depp. They throw him for about a yard loss. We've got timeout on the field called by the Scotties. 2:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. Glasgow trails Barren County by a score of 8-6. Those call the timeout. They come to the line trailing the Trojans by a score of 8-6. They're facing a third and 6 situation. Calhoun hands off to Daniel Depp. He tries to go off left tackle. He's stopped by number 20, Jeremy Zultz. There's a gain of about a yard on the play for Glasgow. That brings up a 4th and 5 for the Scotties. Clock running with 1:47 to play. Glasgow has to have the first down. If they don't pick up the first down, it looks like there won't be a tomorrow in this tournament. The ball goes to Daniel Depp. He goes off right tackle. And I believe that Barren County is held on downs as he gets up near the 35, about the 34, and the official has indicated it's first down for the Trojans. So they spot the ball at about the 36-yard line. So Barren County will have the ball with 1:32 to play. The most that the Scotties can hope for now is to make the Trojans cough the football up. They're going to keep it on the ground. There's no way that they're going to the air. They're going to try to run this clock out, so Glasgow is going to have to try to make them turn the ball over. Clemens, he drops back. He's tackled. We got a flag on the play. Personal foul indicated against the Scotties. I'm not sure. I don't know if they calling a late hit. Well, they stepped the yardage off against Glasgow. That's a 15-yard penalty, brings the ball up to the 47-yard line of the Trojans. Will it be first down and 10 with 1:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter. This has been one fine ball game. It's a shame that either team will have to lose. We've got an official timeout on the field. 1:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Barren County on top, 8-6 over the Scotties. Play resumes. Barren County comes to the line, first down 10 at their own 48-yard line. Brian Clemens, the quarterback for the Trojans. He rolls right, he cuts back up in the middle. Ricky Slayton, along with teammate David Franklin, converge on Clemens. Clemens gets the ball up across the 50, up to down about the 48-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field. I believe Barren County calls the timeout. So with 54 seconds remaining, Barren County still on top by a score of 8-6. Barren County comes to the line facing a 2nd and 7. They lead the Scotties by a score of 8-6. Clemens calls the signals. He keeps the ball rose to his left. He's met by a host of Scotty tacklers on the far side of the field. Clemens gets up to about the 45-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field called by the Scotties. There's only 42 seconds remaining, and we'd like to take this opportunity to say a special thank you to all the Scotty fans and the Trojans fans. If you look around on the far side of the field, Barren County fans, there's several in number. They have some sitting on this near side too in the chairback section. Glasgow is probably taking up 2/3 of the chairback section, have some down on the right-hand side. So we've got some good team support by both Little League programs, and that's a welcome sight to see. Both teams are represented well with players, and this is what builds solid programs, having good people support these little leaguers. Play resumes. Barren County comes to line 3rd and 4 with 42 seconds. Clemens keeps the ball, rolls to the right, cuts back to the middle. Ricky Slayton is the first Scotty to make the tackle, but Barren County is up across the 40, and that's enough for the 4th down. So this ball game is just almost over with, as Glasgow has played a tremendous ball game. The clock's running with 27 seconds. Barren County has the first down, and they're just going to let this clock run out, as Glasgow has no timeouts left. And it looks like the Barren County Trojans are going to retain the crown as Toy Bowl champions. Barren County just staying in the huddle. 7 seconds, 6, 5. Their flags on the field. Delay a game. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Trojans with 4 seconds remaining. And the officials start the clock. The Trojans will have to come to the line. They'll just down the ball, I'm sure. Barren County comes to the line. 2 seconds, 1. There's the horn. And there's the victorious Trojans celebrating on the far side as they've defeated the Little League All-Stars of Glasgow, the Scotties, by a score of 8-6 here at Hart County High School, Raider Field. Congratulations to the Trojans on a fine game as they repeat as champions of the Toy Bowl. And this was one fine contest. I don't know where anywhere you can go in this area and find 2 Little League teams that have put on a better football game than these folks have seen here tonight. Glasgow struck first in the 3rd quarter as Daniel Depp ran for about 8 yards to put the Scotties up by a score of 6-0. Their extra point attempt failed. They kicked off to the Trojans. Barren County was facing a 4th down situation at about their own 48-yard line. And then Brian Clemens connected with Spencer Clemens on a touchdown pass to tie the ball game up. And then Brian Clemens kicked the extra point, which counted 2 to make it an 8-6 ball game. Both teams failed to score in the 4th quarter, and that was all the scoring that took place. And so Barren County are the 1992 champions of the Toy Bowl. Directly in front of us now are the runners-up in the tournament, the Glasgow Little League All-Stars, and they'll be presented by the officials of the tournament as the runners-up. They're getting a team picture made. They will receive, I believe, individual trophies for the runner-up position. So congratulations to the Little League All-Stars of Glasgow as the runners-up of the 92 Toy Bowl. They played a fine ball game. I don't have total stats, yardage, and so forth, but I'm telling you, this was a fine ball game. If you look at the stats, they would be awfully close. You have a winner, you have a loser on the scoreboard. This time, Barren County was victorious. So, this is the conclusion of the 92 Toy Bowl. And we'll be covering this Tuesday night at Glasgow High School as Glasgow will host the Monroe County Falcons All-Stars. So on behalf of the Glasgow Little League, this is James Jennings, hoping each and every one of you has enjoyed watching us here tonight. Final score, Barren County 8, Glasgow 6. We wish every one of you a pleasant good evening.
Have you or a loved one participated in a local event filmed by the Glasgow EPB? Maybe it was a school graduation, Little League championship, or a musical performance. These are all events that have recently been professionally captured on video by the EPB to be aired on Channel 6. The EPB archives contain community, school, and church events dating back to 1990 and can be purchased by anyone. DVDs are $13 and would make a great gift for family and friends while preserving a timeless memory of a special moment in one's life. Call to place your order today.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.